Hey guys, Nick here. So today what I wanted to talk to you about is, as you can see, how social media post timings can boost sales campaigns. Now, this was an article that was written by REB, by Grace Ormsby, for me a month or two ago. And it's basically how you can use your social media timing to elevate your listing. So if we go through the article, what I want to, and a big shout out to REB for running this for us. The five times that I really want to talk to you about is here: the pre-market strategy, the after 7 days strategy, the weeks 2 and 3, the last 7 days, and sale time. Okay, so guys, knowing when to be marketing property on social media is absolutely key to a successful sale. And we'll just make that a bit bigger so I can see what I'm doing, to a successful sale. So if we look at the first one, and I know it has been done to death and been promoted to death, but it is the pre-market strategy. Now, guys, I've been marketing, I've been using all these techniques. I've been using these since 2012. The pre-market strategy has a place, and if you know it and can really sell it, it's got a lot of benefits. So basically what the pre-market strategy is about, in case you haven't heard it, is putting it out on your social media and your marketing channels before you go live. Now, that's not just live to the portals, that's live to the portals, to your signboards, to your DLs, to your own website, and to your EDMs. So if we look at, let's say, yesterday was Friday, for instance, if everything went out everywhere, so it went on the portals, the signboard went up, DLs went out, your EDM went out, the REA and domain EDMs went out, it went on your website, it went on your socials, and someone calls you and says, hey, I saw the listing, can you tell me a bit more about it? The next question I always used to ask was, well, where did you see it? You always get the on the net. It's like, okay, what does that mean? So what I liked to do was I like to put it on 7 days prior. Now, how I would sell that to my owner would be, hi, Mr. and Mrs. Seller. I've had some great traction on social media over the past couple of months, and show them in your social media CV the results that you've had. What I would like to do whilst we're getting ready for market is to put it out to my digital database. Now, there's 2 reasons why. Number one, we're going to get some interest in the property we would expect, and that should give us a bit of feedback based on price and presentation. Once we hit the market, it's too late. If there's things that we need to change, it's too late once we're out there. So it's a great opportunity to dip your toe in the water and see what's out there. Now, I've spoken with a lot of my clients over the past week. I've got a couple of clients in New York who just say everything's going crazy over there at the moment. I've got some in Auckland who are saying the same thing, and even down south as far as Cooma. Getting property, getting stock is the issue. Selling it is not. Properties are selling within a couple of days of each other. So the one thing that I am really seeing is, if you are spending, so here in Sydney's eastern suburbs, it can cost about $5 to $6 grand to put a property just on the portals. And if you do put it up and it is there for a day or two and you convert it over to a sold, you've lost that listing. You've lost that tool to market, brand, and create awareness. So socials is and basically, your viewers are looking at your competitors' stock. So that's where social is really good. You can send them back to your website and get a lot of mileage out of it. So even I'm all for the marketing, $0 marketing spends. If that gets the phone ringing, all about that. But at least try and put something into your socials, because just putting it up there, and we will come to it in a bit, one post is not enough for marketing a property on social media. If you're going to tell an owner that you're marketing property on social media, you must be marketing that property on social media, okay? Now, we're going to go through to the next step, which is, this is a bit of a different one, 7 days after the listing goes live. Now, why? There is a method to the madness. As we all know, and it might be a little bit different with the way that the markets are in different areas at the moment, 4-week campaigns are very almost non-existent, but I think they will come back. So we're just basing this session today on a 4-week auction campaign. Now, why would you go on the 7th day with your what's the word I'm trying to think of, your campaign, for the simple fact that the first week is where you get a lot of momentum, okay? So your signboard's gone up. So this is either replacing the first strategy or adding to it, okay? So you can do either or both. My recommendation, do both, but here's why. So when it first goes out, so again, let's use yesterday's Friday for an example. It goes out on all the portals, the signboard goes up, the deals go out, your EDM goes out, it's on your website, and that's when it's running hot for that first week. So that's when you take advantage of the new tile on REA and Domain, and that will keep it at the top of the page as a new listing for 7 days. So it's also another good opportunity to talk about something else with your vendor come week or come day 7. Righto, Mr. and Mrs. Vendor, we've had a really good week. We've got smash. It's gone live out on all the portals. What we're going to do now is we're going to give it another burst of energy and put a social media campaign behind it to touch the people that we haven't hit yet. What that will do is spike it again. And if people are in your local area, they will start to see your property or the listing popping up. And subliminally, what you want to do is you want your buyers to see your property, especially in this market where we're competing with other properties. You want your property to be top of mind on a social setting. Now, the next one, a little bit different, is week 2 and 3 of the campaign. So if we look at the traditional 4-week campaign, trying to keep somebody interested when there's so much property and there's so much hype in the marketplace at the moment, trying to keep them interested in your property for 4 weeks can be difficult. So what we want to do is once we get to week 2 and week 3, we want to extract all the data. So all the inquiries that you've got through the portals, we want to upload that into the back of Facebook. And we want to create a lookalike audience to hit those people. So make sure that, if they have viewed your property, it's still sitting top of mind. So, they're on Mastering is starting next week. They're sitting back, having a glass of wine, scrolling through Facebook or Instagram or TikTok, and your property keeps coming up. That's what we want. So they might have come through it, not 100% sold because something else that they wanted to see has come on the market, whatever it is, they just keep seeing yours come up and they've already expressed interest in it. So it's just keeping it top of mind. The fourth one is in week 4. Now, what I want you to remember is with all these 5 strategies, they're different ads, they're different promotions. So the pre-market is the get ready, it's coming. The 7 days after is have you seen. The week 2 and week 3 is just putting it in there and keeping it up to date. And that can be the vibe of, have you booked your inspection yet? Or whatever it is, it's just basically brand awareness and keeping the property front of mind. The week 4 campaign is get ready. This thing's about to go. Now, the messaging that you want to put in that content is, again, if you're setting it live, if we go by the Friday, so it would go live yesterday for a next Saturday auction. That is the auction. So what you want to be putting out there is the auction date. The auction's coming. You've got a week left. Come back through and have a look. Changes to contracts. Get your pest building or strata inspection sorted. Get Uncle Bob to come back through and have a look. Get your financing order because we're coming down to the wire. And you can do that in a softly way on socials, but educating your buyers what's required. And you know what? Vendors are seeing this stuff as well. So you're actually showing that you're giving absolutely every opportunity to achieve a great price. Okay, so, and this is stuff that you can show your vendor and say, look, this is what we're doing. The 5th one is the sold campaign. Now, there's 2 ways you can do your sold campaign. Number 1 is the spray and pray approach, and that's basically where you just put it out to your entire market and boom, look at what we've done, great result, everyone's happy, blah, blah, blah. The next one that you probably want to do is, again, take all the inquiry that you've got from that particular property, take all your vendors and landlords and anyone that you really want to hit in that particular area. Again, upload that into the back of Facebook, create a lookalike audience and put it out to them. Guys, I know that when I talk about lookalike audiences and creating ads and different ads and all that kind of thing, it's kind of overwhelming. I'm talking about 5 different ads here, not just the one boost. And that's why social media marketing can be so effective when it's done right, is because you're hitting you're retargeting. So if you're going to put a pre-marketing strategy out in week 1, then you're going to let it go and let the internet and the boards and the print and all that do their thing. Then you back it up again. All of a sudden, number 1, shit, this property's everywhere. Number 2, this agent's everywhere. But you're changing the course of the content during the campaign. And with the sold campaign, you probably don't want to run that more than a week, because it can get a bit stale. So guys, that's what we're really seeing as far as effective social media marketing, where it hits. And guys out there, happy listing, happy selling. It is a beautiful Saturday here at the moment. And I hope that you are enjoying it in any way that you can. So stay safe this weekend, and we'll talk to you soon. Bye.